Usiwishiki usikie.
Hiyo si mimi achi.
Kijana, mimi niendelee. Unaniangaliaje? Kama unanijua. He! Na nimekuona tu nikawa na shuku na wewe. Hii ni nini? Hii ni nini? Zako litoa wapi?
Hizi ni zangu, ndio hata jana nilimapili. Ndio nikikuja huku msiniibie.
Nani akuibie? Huo ni ungwana.
This weekend on KBC Channel 1.
Wiki hii kwenye Mkulima tutajiunga na vijana wa Mwengenye watufunze kuhusu kilimo mjini.
Mimi naamini kilimo ni career kama zile zingine, na it is very viable kama tu engineer ama lawyer. Pia farmer, it should be inafaa kwa hiyo category ya hiyo kubwa, maybe hao wenye wanasema ndio career, white collar jobs. So farming is a very important activity.
Usikose kujiunga nasi Jumapili saa 9:30 hapa KBC Channel 1 kwa mseto kamili wa kilimo.
Good afternoon to you. It's the 9th of May 2021. It's Mother's Day, and we must agree that a day is not enough to celebrate her sacrifices. Happy Mother's Day to all moms out here in Kenya and around the world. Welcome to Lunchtime News. I'm Purity Museo. Byron Abuli is our sign language interpreter this afternoon, and tell us some of the memorable moments with your mom at Purity_Museo and at KBC Channel 1 News. Use the hashtag Lunchtime News. I'll be going through some of your feedback during this broadcast. Let's now get started. And hundreds of learners in Baringo County are in a state of limbo following fears that several schools may not reopen on Monday due to insecurity. Tension remains high in Chemorongoin area of Mukutani ward following fresh banditry attacks that have forced many families to flee their homes. Area leaders are now calling for an immediate end to hostilities and provision of humanitarian assistance for those affected.
Chemorongion area, Mukutani ward of Baringo County. Houses are deserted as tension remains high following fresh banditry attacks which have forced many families to flee.
Tunaona hii maneno imekuwa mbaya. Jana wakora walikuja mpaka hapa wakahamia mpaka masenta mpaka kwa nyumba ya watu, alafu wakaenda na ng'ombe. Hiyo ng'ombe ilikuwa kama 70 hivi, ilikuwa ya watu watatu. Na saa hizi tumeona kabla ya hii jioni tumesikia wamekuja wengine. Sasa afadhali twende watukute huko mbele ama tupatike tutoke.
Wakati mvua zinaanza hivi mara mingi ndio uvamizi inafanyika sana, sababu wanajua toa upande ule atiati na mvua imeanza kunyesha, ndio wakati sasa wa kuvuna upande huu.
Sio haki wa Kenya wengine wanapouawa na wengine wanakaa kwa amani, na sisi wote ni wa Kenya.
The insecurity is now posing another challenge for hundreds of learners who are expected to resume learning on Monday.
Watoto hawezi fungua shule kwa sababu hapa ni risk. Tunawacha nani wao watoto? Kwa sababu hakuna mtu kama tutawacha watoto hapa twende huko tufike huko pengine watoto iwao hapa.
Na walimwengu najua wanatoka nje. Sasa na hii mambo akisikia kuna mambo insecurity, mara mingi wazazi walimu ambao wanatoka mbali kurudi hata ni ngumu.
Tunaenda fungua shule wiki ujao, na watoto hawa wanatarajiwa tufungue shule ya Chemorongion, shule ya Kapendasum, shule ya Embasos, shule ya upili shule ya primary ya Arabal, Kashela primary, Sosionde na Chevinyinyi. Hiyo mashule zote haitaweza kufunguliwa wakati mashule itafunguliwa kwa sababu ya hii ukora hii. Wakora ambao wanayepunduki na wamekuja kusungusha watu. Saa hii watu wanaama.
The bandits surrounded security camps in Kapindasum before making away with over 70 herds of cattle. Area leaders are calling for speedy efforts to return the region to normalcy.
Nataka niombe kwamba serikali wachukue ushukani, wafanye kazi yao na wahakikishe kwamba Jumatatu ambayo tunaenda watoto wa Chemorongyon, Kashela, Kapindasum, Embosos na sehemu ya Sosionde, Chevinyinyi, wao wote warudi shule na amani ipatikane.
Reporting for Channel 1 News, I'm Safin Aching Oma.
Kirinyaga County Governor Anne Waiguru has called on elders to address rising cases of domestic violence in the region. The county boss says the elders play a vital role in civic education and their wise counsel can go a long way in eradicating moral decadence in the society. Governor Waiguru has further called for an end to retrogressive cultural practices such as female genital mutilation, saying the vice has been on the rise in the region.
Governor Anne Waiguru wants elders to address the root cause of the recent spike in domestic violence in Kirinyaga County.
But we know that the Council of Elders, they play a very big role in the communities to show people how is it that you're supposed to live together if you're man and wife. How do you resolve your disputes? Where do you go if you have a situation that is very pressing?
Cases of couples turning against one another in the county appear to be spiraling out of control.
Ni pombe imekuwa imezidi sana ama ni nini? Sababu kiini cha maneno hayo, either kuna bangi, kuna pombe.
Also of great concern is the recent spike in female genital mutilation.
Kwa maana tunaona kama inarudi, mimea mizizi imeanza kurudi. Hiyo ni mambo imepita na wakati na tunataka kuungana kama jamii ya Mount Kenya East tupigane na hiyo janga.
Elders are being challenged to impact values in the society and work with local authorities to highlight and stem retrogressive cultural practices. Yusuf Farr, Channel 1 News.
In other news, ahead of Eid al-Fitr celebrations to be observed next week, the less privileged families are already benefiting from the spirit of sharing associated with Eid. In Mandera County, more than 30 vulnerable households have received food donations in the form of rice, flour, cooking oil, among other food items.
Thousands of Muslims in Kenya will celebrate Eid al-Fitr next week, marking the official end of the fasting month of Ramadan. According to Muslim doctrines, the faithful are encouraged to use the Ramadan period for religious introspection and extend a helping hand to others with donations to charity during Eid. And in the spirit of the holy month, a donation exercise has been launched. The exercise aims at ensuring the less privileged in society participate in celebrations come next week. Spearheaded by the Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Kenya, the exercise saw over 30 families receive 25 kilograms of rice, a bale of white flour, 3 liters of cooking oil and detergent.
Distributed food items including rice, cooking oil, wheat flour and some detergents for 30 household members of this society. If you see these people here, some of them, they cannot afford even 3 meals in a day. That is the create a simple community-based approach.
The organization called on well-wishers to come to the rescue of the vulnerable in society so as to cushion them during these difficult times occasioned by the COVID-19 pandemic.
Appeal to all other donors or other well-wishers to come and assist this community because they were in problem at this time of the COVID-19. Kuna shida, wale watu walikuwa wanafanya kazi zamani, saa hizi kazi imeanza kupungua, hawafanye kazi. They are in really need of the so we...
Reporting for Channel 1 News, I'm Jackie Wambiru.
To politics, proponents of the Building Bridges initiative are still lauding the National Assembly for passing the Constitution of Kenya Amendment Bill 2020. Acting Nairobi County Governor Anne Kananu and Kilifi Governor Amason Kingi have separately commended members of Parliament for standing with 43 county assemblies that passed the document.
Acting Nairobi County Governor Anne Kananu says the BBI bill will improve the current constitution to fulfill the socio-economic and political needs of Kenyans. Kananu described the National Assembly's endorsement as a crucial direction for citizens.
Ndio inasimama na haki. The 30% of women leadership in this country, we shall get it through BBI. Pia vile tumeongezewa constituency. That means that even as women, we have the chance of getting more MP women in this country through the BBI. So let's support the BBI na tusitishiwe na mtu.
Kilifi Governor Amason Kingi has also lauded the lawmakers for passing the bill for it awards Kilifi County for new constituencies.
Na mimi nataka niwashukuru wale wabunge kutoka hapa nyumbani Kilifi kwa kupigia kura BBI, kura ya ndio. Baada nilipofika, wazee wangu, kina mama zangu, sasa mpira waja nyumbani. Tutakaa, tutazungumza ili tuone ni vipi ambao kura ya maoni ikija sote tuwe katika mstari wa mbele kuona kwamba tumepigia BBI ndio.
Meanwhile, Busia County Governor's Hospital Jamong has endorsed his deputy Moses Mulomi for the county's leadership come 2022. Speaking during the burial of his reinforcement officer, Subasia Adungo, in Teso South constituency, Ojamong said his deputy is the most suitable leader in the county to take over Busia County leadership.
Mimi nasemanga nikitembea na deputy yangu nikasema sisi tumezoeana. Tumezoeana, we ongea na hii watu mahali tunaingia, ongea na hii watu polepole, watakusikiza tu. Halafu akiamua mimi pia itakuwa furaha yangu sababu nitakuwa nimewapatia muda ambaye naelewa, sivyo?
The move by Ojamong is seen as a political statement against his long-term nemesis Paul Otuoma, who is also eyeing the county's top job. Kevin Washira, Channel 1 News.
In Nyandarua County, embattled Nyandarua County Speaker Ndegwa Wahome has yet again been impeached by the County Assembly. 31 MCAs voted to impeach Ndegwa Wahome for the third time. They are accusing him of abuse of office, militarizing the Assembly, disregard to the law and unlawful recruitment of staff.
Reinstated Nyandarua County Assembly Speaker has yet again been impeached in a session that was characterized with drama.
I wish to declare that Honorable James Wahome Ndegwa is duly removed as the Speaker of Nyandarua County Assembly.
In the latest impeachment, 31 members of the County Assembly supported the motion, while 6 of them opposed the motion, seeking to send the Speaker home. The MCAs accused the Speaker of abuse of office, militarizing the Assembly, disregard of the rule of law, victimizing the Assembly members, corruption and undermining the leadership of Governor Francis Kimemia.
Kwa jumla, ile ambayo koti ilikuwa imesema ya kwamba hatukuwa meet the threshold, tayari tumeipitisha na sisi hatuna shida hata kama ataenda kotini na aende atafute haki yake huko. Akirudishwa hapa tena, sisi kama bunge la Nyandarua tumeamua kwamba tutamtoa tena.
Aliyokuwa amerudishwa na koti, sasa tunasema aende nyumbani kabisa. Wazazi wetu walio nyumbani tunataka kuhakikishia ya kwamba Ndegwa Wahome ameenda. Na msikuwe na hofu, juu kila mtu mzazi alikuwa anaona radio anatuambia kwani huyu mtu amerudi kufanya nini? Sasa tumemfukuza na kura 31.
Previous attempts by the dethroned speaker to chair the business of the Assembly have been halted after the mess disappeared from the Assembly, frustrating him from convening the sitting 4 members.
Painfully is that 10 members of the Assembly, including the 4 I am with here, because they are thought to be aligned to me, were blocked from accessing the Assembly.
On 29th of April this year, High Court in Nakuru County reinstated Wahome, who had been impeached early in January this year, until a case he had filed against his removal was heard and determined. Throughout his impeachment, Wahome blamed Governor Francis Kimemia for pushing members of the county assembly to remove him from office, owing to his stand on matters corruption and criticism of Governor Kimemia's style of leadership. For Channel 1 News, I'm Gladys Mongai.
It's time for us now to take our first commercial break. Remember, it's Mother's Day, and I'll be going through your Mother's Day wishes to your dear moms before the tail end of this broadcast. So keep them coming at Purity_Museo and at KBC Channel 1 News. Let's interact on Twitter. We are also live on Facebook. Let's take a break. We are back shortly. Stay with us.
Je, umeomoka? Kama hujaomoka kwenye QuickBin ndio mambo yote. Hapa tuko na fridge, kodi yake ni CM. Tuko na gas cooker, kodi yake ni CK. Tuko na TV, kodi yake ni TV. Tuko na simu aina ya Samsung ni SM, ama Oppo ni Oppo. My friend, mahali popote unanitizama, eka hizo kodi zake kisha utume kwa 4032353. 4032353, alafu utakuwa unaomoka na hizi bidhaa. Kumbuka, kwenye QuickBin ni bidhaa bora zaidi kwa bei ya chini kwa chini.
Siku moja mosquito ilipata ujauzito, ikazaa mtoto. Sasa hiyo mama ya mosquito ikatuma mtoto mosquito iende ikapige doria iwache kukaa kwa nyumba. Sasa hii mtoto mosquito ikaenda ikarudi. Hii mtoto mosquito ikaambia mama yake, mama, mimi nimeenda kila mahali watu wanapigia mimi makofi, watu wamefurahiana na mimi sana. Mama, hii mosquito ikaambia mtoto yake, hao wapigi wewe makofi eti wanafurahia wewe, hiyo walikuwa wanataka kuua wewe.
Ili kupata skiza tune hiyo ya mosquito, bonyeza *811*967#. Bonyeza *811*967#.
On the next episode of Ashoka,
my mother, Minister Kallata, grandmother Helena, and Siamak were also part of my family.
Remember your promise. Because if you make the mistake of returning to Patliputra, then...
Has the Emperor stooped so low that even with you?
No, it was my decision to come here leaving him.
But the stain on your clothes suggests something else, Mother.
Ashok cannot die as long as this lamp burns. Until then, I will wait for his return. My love will keep him alive.
Thank you so much for staying with us. Welcome back. You're watching Lunchtime News. Byron Abule is our sign language interpreter. Blasts close to the secondary school in the Afghan capital, Kabul, have left at least 50 people dead and more than 100 injured. The explosions took place as students were leaving the building on Saturday, with pictures on social media showing abandoned school bags in the streets. Most of the victims were girls, according to Afghan government communication.
No one has claimed responsibility for the blast in Dasht el-Barshi, an area often hit by Sunni Islamist militants. Afghan government officials blame Taliban militants for the attack, but the group denied any involvement. The explosions are believed to have been caused by a car bomb and 2 improvised explosive devices planted in the area. The exact target for Saturday's bloodshed is unclear. The blasts come against a backdrop of rising violence as the US looks to withdraw all its troops from Afghanistan by 11 September. Also, debris from a Chinese rocket that had been falling back towards Earth has distinguished over the Indian Ocean, China says. The bulk of the rocket was destroyed during the re-entry, but parts landed at a location 72.47 east and 2.65 north, Chinese Tetran media reported. The point lies west of the Maldives. U.S. Space Command said in a statement that it could confirm the Chinese Long March 5B re-entered over the Arabian Peninsula. It was unknown if the debris impacted land or water, the agency said.
It's now time for the sport, and Aston Villa remains without captain Jack Grealish for a 12th successive match. Villa take on Manchester United at Villa Park, but he could return for their fixture with Everton on Thursday. Meanwhile, Sergio Kun Aguero made a mess of a penalty as Chelsea ensured Manchester City must wait a little longer to wrap up the Premier League title after fighting back to earn a dramatic win at Etihad Stadium.
Second for the Blues in the last minute of the game. This was Chelsea's second win over City in a space. Meanwhile, Aston Villa remain without captain Jack Grealish for the 12th successive match when Villa take on Manchester United at Villa Park, but he could return for the fixture with Everton on Thursday. Manchester United manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer reported that he has no new injury problems following their Europa League semi-final clash with AS Roma. However, given that they are playing 4 times in just 8 days, the manager will have to rotate his squad. In other matches set for today, Wolves will play Brighton, West Ham takes on Everton, while Arsenal will host West Brom.
And before we wrap it up, Kenya has just played their 5th match at the Rugby Afrique Solidarity Camp against Uganda and have won 24-7. And Kenya was initially trailing 7-0 before 2 tries by Nelson Oyo and 1 each from Alvin Otieno and Daniel Tabu secured the win. They will play against South Africa in the first position playoff at 4 p.m. Thank you so much. That brings us to the end of lunchtime news this Mother's Day. And like I promised, let me have a look at what you're saying about your moms. Happy Mother's Day. Okay, let me see what at Shika official saying happy Mother's Day to the strongest pillar in my life, for you being my mother. You're the greatest and I love you so much. Okay, that's to your mom. And then we have at Mohalal, you're saying happy Mother's Day to all responsible moms out here. Thank you so much for keeping it here. And of course, a day is not enough to celebrate the sacrifices that our moms make. Okay, thank you so much for your time. I'm Purity Museo. Byron Abuli has been a sign language interpreter this afternoon. I'll see you again at 9 p.m. God willing. Take care.
Vera Beauty College. Vera Beauty and Fashion College, with branches in Nairobi, Eldoret, Thika and Meru. Did you know that we are a TVET approved institution? We offer courses in fashion design, interior design in soft furnishing, event decoration, flower arrangement, event planning, hairdressing, barbering and dreadlocks, beauty therapy, makeup, nail technology, spa massages, teaching skills, TOT, solo business management, and many more. Register now and visit our website on www.verabeautycollege.com. You can also call on 0725 923 550 Nairobi branch, 0728 087 689 Eldoret branch, 0722 22 7428 Thika branch, 0725 000 706 Meru branch. Vera Beauty and Fashion College, a TVET approved institution.
Je, umeomoka? Kama hujaomoka kwenye QuickBin ndio mambo yote. Hapa tuko na fridge, kodi yake ni CM. Tuko na gas cooker, kodi yake ni CK. Tuko na TV, kodi yake ni TV. Tuko na simu aina ya Samsung ni SM, ama Oppo ni Oppo. My friend, mahali popote unanitizama, eka hizo kodi zake kisha utume kwa 4032353. 4032353, alafu utakuwa unaomoka na hizi bidhaa. Kumbuka, kwenye QuickBin ni bidhaa bora zaidi kwa bei ya chini kwa chini.
Wiki hii kwenye Mkulima tutajiunga na vijana wa Mwengenye watufunze kuhusu kilimo mjini.
Mimi naamini kilimo ni karia kama zile zingine, na is very viable kama engineer ama lawyer. Pia farmer should be inafaa kwa hiyo category ya hiyo kubwa, maybe hao wenye wanasema ndio career white collar jobs. So farming is a very important activity.
Usikose kujiunga nasi Jumapili saa 9:30 hapa KBC Channel 1 kwa mseto kamili wa kilimo.
We are here and we are strong. Let's be counted as we move on. Make a difference, change lives as we tell our different stories. We are capable, beautiful. We are born to do great things. We're unstoppable, incredible, 'cause we're differently abled, differently.
It's that time of the day where we interact with you on Able Differently. My name is Jane Theuri. Karibuni. So many parents and caregivers are doing all it takes to take care of their children with disabilities. However, while some are able to at least give them a good and enabling environment, some are equally facing financial challenges. We have a lot lined up for you, so let's get started.
'Cause we're differently abled, differently.
Joseph Wambua Mwanza is a father of 6, 4 girls and 2 boys. However, in 1954, he had a polio attack when he was only 6 months old. Despite that, consistency and hard work has kept him going up the ladder. Take a look at that story.
A father and a husband, Joseph Wambua Mwanza was only 6 months old when he received his polio vaccine. Initially, everything seemed just fine, but after some time, it was realized that there was a problem that needed attention.
I was born in 1954, and 6 months after I was born, I was taken for a polio vaccine, which apparently did not work well, and it affected my left leg. And my family were noticing when I was over 8 months. That's when they noticed this child is not growing normally, there is a problem. But due to poverty, I was taken to King George Hospital, which is today Kenyatta National Hospital, at age 7.
Wambua realized he was different as he grew older, and any form of discrimination that came his way, he dealt with it head-on with a little help from his older brother.
There are so many instances were happening, and I realized actually I'm not as good as the other children, because when we were playing with them,
Some would insult me and they run away. I can't get hold of them. But I had my own ways of solving such problems. I had my older brother, who is late now. I would only tell him, can you run after that boy and catch him for me? And you wait for me, I come. So when I come, I start dealing with that boy. And I tell him, you know, if you beat him, his mother will say you are the one who beat him. But if I beat him, he will be scorned, telling, how can a person with a disability beat you? So I was, you know, I knew how to handle my disability.
After a successful operation at the hospital, Wambua could now walk straight with a bit of aid. This life-changing transition was not only a shock to the community, but also his ticket to start school.
I was admitted for 2 months. Now, after 2 months,